Hello, social media family. It has been a while since I've been able to do one of our habits of the week from a warm and tropical location, and I'm coming to you today from the Dominican Republic. And as some of the clients that I've had have made faces at me and said, "Oh, I hate you," all I have to say to you about that is, don't hate the player, hate the game. So today we are talking about habit number 50, which is all about moving your body. And for those of you who have never encountered me before, my name is Damian Reed, and I am a performance and freedom lifestyle mentor, coach, and international speaker, and it's great to be with you today. Look, the habit of the week comes from the 52 habits that were contained in my international best-selling book, Amazon international best-selling book that went best-selling in Australia, the United States, and Canada. And there are 52 habits in the book, and I'm happy to bring one of those to you each and every single week. So this particular habit is about being mobile and being active 150 minutes per week. And that is part of you being able to create what we call the power triangle. And the power triangle is composed of three components. The first is sleep, the second is nutrition, and the third is movement. So we're talking about the movement side of the power triangle. So this is one of the habits that's designed to increase your experience of freedom. A lot of the habits that we talk about are all about you creating the freedom of choice. This one is about creating a habit of freedom of movement. So for you to be able to feel that you have the ability to actually get up and step away from your business, your desk, your life, and be able to move for what amounts to just 2.5 hours per week. So we're not talking about a ton of movement here. We're just talking about 2.5 hours a week. And what I want to talk to you about in this particular habit is how you go about doing that when you might be one of those people who feels completely overwhelmed and you're not really feeling like there's any space for you to build movement into your day. So the first thing I want to say about this is we are made to move. As human beings, when you look at our bodies, we're not meant to be still. There are a number of habits that I've talked about before, such as working from a standing position, etc., that play into the design of our human body being that which is that we are made to move. So creating your freedom lifestyle is always about taking care of you first. And in fact, the habit number 52, which we'll get into in a few weeks from now, is all about making sure that you, taking care of you as your number one priority, is the most important thing for you as someone who's running a business. So in absence of a structure around movement, it's really easy to forget about doing movement. And if you sit for work, some of you are fortunate enough where your business has you up and mobile, and maybe that has you moving, and that's fantastic. But if you're primarily sitting for work, if you don't have a habit built into creating movement in your day, what's going to end up happening is sooner or later you're going to look back at the week and you're going to realize that you haven't really moved that much for the week. So it's important for us to bring in some support structures to develop and practice this habit so that it's something that becomes a regular part of your week. So I'm going to share 3 ideas and tips to support you in actually implementing this habit. So number one is stop comparing yourself to the you that you used to be. This is one of the things for me in particular. When I was in my mid-20s, I participated in the martial arts, and I competed in the martial arts, and I trained around 15 to 18 hours a week. My body was ripped. I was at my ideal weight. And I would do things in the gym like decide that, this pec looked like it was a little bit low. So I would go to work and just bring it up a little bit. Those were the days, right, where I was doing things like that. And that's not me today. Post COVID, I'm carrying about 35 to 40 pounds more than I was when I was in my 20s. And actually on this vacation, I actually started to go to work on and making a big difference in that. My brother and I have committed to running a half marathon at the beginning of May. So I've got to get myself into training form. So, but it's a danger for us, right? We think back to when we were younger, we think back to when we were fitter, and we want to compare ourselves to that body that was back there in our past. And the one of the things that I had said in my book, which I try to keep present to mind, is that your body is your physical condition right now of your body is a function of your past, not of your present. So if you think about this, if you're in phenomenal physique and amazing shape right now, that's a result of all the work that you've done in the past, all the training that you've done. If over the last month that you've sat on the couch and become a couch potato, it's probably not very noticeable to the change in your physique and your stature. The opposite is also true. If you've been a couch potato for the last 10 years and you haven't been working out, and yet you've started into a workout routine over maybe the last 3 or 4 weeks, then the result that you see on your body is not that drastic. It takes a little time before it starts to go to work. So always remember that you want to acknowledge yourself for the work that you're doing right now, because that's the work that's going to make a difference in the future. When you look in the mirror, what you're looking at is the result of the past, and don't get hung up on that. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is to find creative ways to move during the course of the day. And this can look like a number of different things. In my book, I outline, I think it's 10 or 12 different exercises that you could do just right at your desk. You don't have to move anywhere. You can do, like you could do tricep push-ups right from your chair. There's all sorts of things that you can do. So they're desk exercises. I'm going to post about that on Sunday in the social media feeds, the different desk exercises. So if you haven't seen them, then tune into that. You can find yourself time to go for walks during the day. You can, what some people refer to as habit stacking. So you can take something that you're doing that is productive and stack your exercise on top of it. So one of the things that works to do that would be meetings. You could do your meetings while you're walking. So you're habit stacking your meetings on top of your walking. You could do audiobooks while you're walking. You're habit stacking your learning on top of your walking. So look to stack your habits where you can get your physical movement and exercise in at different times of the day where you might be already committing to do other things. All right, and then number 3 is to get one of these. Not specifically this, but get yourself a device, whether it be a Fitbit, a Garmin, whatever. I'm not advocating any particular brand, but one of the things that's really great, I'll say about my Garmin, is that my Garmin is automatically set up to default to 150 minutes of exercise per week. And so I really don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just go about doing my thing, and what happens is that it counts down from the 150, telling me how much I have left to do for the rest of the week. And so you could either set it up for 150, or if you've got a default for 150, that works as well. But get yourself a device that's actually going to support you with your activity. So it's easy, really easy for you to go out, do your walk. It takes the time off of 150, and then you know what you've got left to do for the week. All right, so that's all I have to tell you from live from the Dominican this week. Like I said, don't hate the player, hate the game. I advocate for you guys taking between 4 to 6 weeks of time off. This trip with my family happens to be a workation for me, where I do have a little bit of work that I'm tying in with the time I spent with my family. I just came from spending some time with them on the pool. I'm doing this video in between that and heading to the spa for a massage. Again, don't hate the player. So I'm gonna go get my massage and do some water treatments. And then tomorrow we've got some fun stuff planned as well, so I'm looking forward to that. But I got to leave this video for you guys in the meantime, and I'm super happy that I was able to do that. Thank you for tuning in. I never take your attention for granted. If you want to keep learning more about the habits of the week, please tune in to any of our social media channels. And I'm on here once a week to give you the next habit of the week for you to take on, to practice, to see how that implements and works inside of your life. If you've got any questions about this habit or any other habits, please reach out to me. Send a message in any of the social media channels. Send us a direct message. Happy to reply to all of those. And if you want to work with me in particular, we have space available with our one-on-one coaching, with our mentoring, and we've also got a great group event coming up that's going to be run at the beginning of next year called Reflect, Envision, and Manifest 2022. It's about creating your future vision as an entrepreneur, and then having a group of people support you for the entire year and fulfilling on that. So I'm super excited to be running that for the 3rd year in a row. And with that, I say goodbye, adios, sayonara, arrivederci, and come back again. Look forward to seeing you. Bye for now.